channel, I'm gonna do a story time and I'm gonna be talking about how I planned my baby and the delivery and all that shit. Okay, so I was 19 years old and I planned on having a baby. The reason why was because my mother-in-law was really sick and I don't know how long, she was gonna live. And my stepdad too also was really sick. So I decided, I think it's time for me to have a baby. Daisy, come say hi to my channel. This is my little sister-in-law. And hi. I'm gonna do a story time of when I was pregnant.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, you got a book of it.
No, but I'm saying how I got pregnant, when I planned it, why I planned it, who knew,
Oh.
Okay. Okay, go over there so I can finish my story. Okay, so anyways, so I was 19 and my stepdad, he was really sick, and my mother-in-law too was really sick, so I decided, I think it's time to have a baby. I already said that, but I'm going to repeat it again. So I was on the implant and the depot. Well, when I was 15, I got on the depot for 2 years. And the reason why I got off of it is because I noticed I was getting really skinny. And I know for everybody it's different, some people gain weight, some people lose it. Me, unfortunately, I lost a lot of weight to the point where I looked really sick, So once she started saying that she wanted a grandbaby, that's when I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. So, little did I know I was already pregnant by that time. I don't know, it was weird because with my pill, I didn't take it on time and all that stuff. I was really stupid when it came to shit like that, so I kind of figured, I think I'm pregnant. So anyways, so I remember one day me and my sister-in-law were sitting by the pool and I told her, I was like, I haven't started my period, I haven't been taking my fucking pills, and I was like, I think I'm pregnant. And then she's like, well, the only way you're gonna find out is if you take a pregnancy test or whatever. So my boobs were hurting me. They kept stinging and they just felt weird. So I made an appointment and I went to go check. So I remember I went to my doctor and she was like, okay, put on this little robe thingy so I can check your boobs to make sure it's everything's fine. So then she went out the room. I got undressed, put the robe on, and I was laying there, and then she came in the room and she's like, have you took a urine test? And I said no. And then she's like, okay, well, can you do that real quick? So I went to the restroom, peed in the cup, put it in the little window. She came back in maybe 3 minutes later, and she goes, okay, she goes, you could put your clothes back on. And I looked at her and I was like, well, you haven't even did nothing, you haven't checked my boobs, nothing. And then she's like, well, it's because you're pregnant, congratulations. And then she was all happy, and I looked at her and I was all, what the fuck, I was fucking scared, but I was excited at the same time. And then so I got so nervous, I started shaking, and then so that's when we found out I was 5 weeks pregnant already. So yeah, and then so she gave me an appointment for 2 weeks or whatever. So when I was leaving the little room, I guess there is a room where you check out and you figure out your next appointment, whatever. So my mom was in the waiting room. So when I walked out, I guess the look on my face was fuck, I'm pregnant. And she seen me and she looked at me and she goes, you're pregnant, huh? And I just started crying and I was like, yes, I'm fucking scared, And so she just hugged me, started crying, and then yeah, and then after that, that's when I told my stepdad that I was pregnant. He was kind of mad at first, but only because I was really young. I was already 19, but still. But after a while, he got happy, and then that's when I called my baby's dad, and I told him I was pregnant, and then he told my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law was super happy. She was crying because, she wanted to see him, wanted to have a grandbaby, whatever. So, yeah, so then after that, that's when I told, my whole family, whatever. And then as months go by, I go to all my appointments, all my checkups, everything, my ultrasounds, and one of the doctors, they had sent me all the way to Valley Children's because something had came back like not good. So they did ultrasounds and everything, and they tried to say that my son had Down syndrome. So they made me do all kinds of tests, all kinds of blood tests and everything, and I did all of them. But one test that they wanted to do on me was to to stick a needle through my son's water bag to get to him to take blood to figure out if he had it 100% or not, you know? And, well, the side effect was that the baby was not going to make it. So I chose not to get that. And I just prayed and I just told God, you know, if this is what you're going to give me, then, you know, oh, wow. I mean, I'll deal with it. But, it stressed me out a lot. I lost a lot of weight when they had told me that he had Down syndrome. Because, you know, nobody wants to have a sick kid and have to, you know, have their baby. You know, it's just, I was just stressing a lot. I lost so much weight. So, a few months passed by. Me and my baby's dad kept it from my mother-in-law because, like, she was already sick as it is. So, we didn't want to, like, put more stress on her. So, in November, I'm not sure the exact date, but my mother-in-law ended up passing away a month before the baby was born. Well, 2 months before the baby was born, and yeah, so she never got to meet him. But when I was pregnant, I remember we both picked out his name, which is Israel Daniel. We both picked it out, so that's the name that stuck with him, was that name. And when we all found out he was a boy, that was his name. So I never changed it or anything like that. But he's a freaking character. And my mom ended up losing her dad around the same time also. So, like, I just feel like the baby came at the right time, because my baby's dad and his family, they all needed, you know, something to live for and everything, and I felt like he was, like, a purpose. And, yeah, so that's my story time of how I planned my pregnancy. And, yeah, so, yeah, Israel Daniel Anguiano is his name. He was born January 12th at 10:12 p.m. at St. Agnes Hospital here in Fresno, California. And yeah, he's freaking bad. He tries to comb my mom's bird. He messes up all my makeup. He does not listen because he's gonna be 2 already. But I don't regret anything, and I'm glad I had him, because without him, I feel like I don't know what I would be doing. I would probably be a hood rat, to be honest.
Oh, hell no!
Out watching my baby shower December 4th. And so I kind of knew that I was going to have the baby, because his actual due date was supposed to be January 10th, but I had him January 12th. So I guess he was like a day late, 2 days late, whatever. And so after my baby shower, you know, like when you're a mom and once everything's done, your room's clean, like everything, you just, like, I don't know, it's crazy, but your body just kind of knows, and it just all of a sudden goes into labor. After I had my baby shower, that's what I thought was going to happen, but it didn't. So I would always take baths and everything. I even went to my doctor. He did the membrane sweep, which is like, he does like something with his hands. I don't know what, but it's supposed to like open, I don't know. It's supposed to do something, just, I don't know. So he told me after he did that I would go into labor within 24 hours or 48 hours, whatever. So I was like, okay. So I was like, okay, so, you know, I'm going to have this freaking kid. And no, I didn't have him. And I would take baths and everything to try, like, induce my labor. I was even going to try the, I forgot what it's called, but you drink it and it's supposed to, like, induce your labor, whatever. I was going to do that, but I was kind of scared because I was like, nah, like, you know, if it comes, it comes. So I remember I went to one of my doctor's appointment. I was 1.5 centimeters. He sent me home and he told me, okay, you know, within a day or two. No, he said within a week, if you don't have the baby, then we're gonna have to induce your labor. So I was like, fuck that. I'm tired of being pregnant. Like, I'm gonna try and do something. So I did the baby mama dance. And I walked so many times a day to try and, like, get this baby out. Because I was freaking tired of being pregnant already. So about like 2 days later, I went back to the hospital. The lady, well, actually I was having kind of contractions a little bit, and I told my mom, like, she woke me up. She goes, you ready to go to the hospital? Like, I feel like they need to check you because I feel like you're more centimeters today. And I was like, yeah. And on our way there, I was having contractions and everything. When I got there, they checked, and I was already a 3, like 3.5. And once you're a 4, I'm guessing the hospital that I went to, once you're a 4, they have to keep you. So they made me stay for like an hour, and then eventually I got to a 4 really quick, and they took me to my room and everything. The contractions kept coming, but they didn't really hurt that bad until it got to like a 7. That's when the fucking contractions hurted so bad, to the point where I needed to get the epidural. And so yeah, they came in, put the epidural, and then that's when I was like, okay, now I'm gonna call my baby's dad, because I didn't want to call him and them do all this, you know, like, I don't know, I just wanted him to be there right when I was about to push, because I had my mom there already, so as long as she was there, I'll be good. So anyways, so I ended up calling him. He showed up, and then they checked, and I was already an 8. And I had the epidural, so I didn't feel nothing. I was like numb, to the point where like I peed on the nurse twice, because you can't feel nothing. You can't feel when you gotta go pee, nothing. And she went to check to see how many centimeters I was, and I peed on her. It was an accident though. So around 9:30, they made me practice push to like get me ready to like actually push. So they made me do that like 12 times, like the practice push. I was fucking tired, and that was just practicing. So I was like, fuck, imagine when I really have to push. So then around 10, that's when they made me like actually push. Like, they brought all the nurses in, everything, and I had my feet like on those little bar thingies, and I don't know, I think I did it pretty fucking fast, to be honest. But I didn't like scream, I didn't cry, like, well, until I had him. That's when I cried, because like I was like, what the fuck, I did it, you know. But yeah, I mean, I think I did a pretty fucking dope ass job for it being my first time. And me, I fucking hate needles, I hate piercings and tattoos, but I love getting them. I love getting tattoos and piercings, but I just hate the needle, and I'll fucking faint if I see blood, if I see it. So my mom would always make a joke and be like, watch when you have the baby, you're gonna fucking pass out. And I honestly thought I was, but your adrenaline is just going so much that you're just like, I just want this little motherfucker out, you know. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I was just so tired of being pregnant that I was like, I'm gonna freaking push him out. Like, I don't care if it hurts. And you know what's crazy is I didn't feel shit. I didn't feel nothing. Maybe just like a little bit of pressure, but that was it. And my worst fear was like shitting, like everywhere. That's why I didn't eat anything, because I was like, nope, I ain't shitting. But I pissed, which is better than fucking shit. But I mean, yeah, I went by pretty freaking quick. It was pretty tight. But guess what, I ain't having no more kids, because this kid is freaking bad, I'm telling you guys. But he's a character. Like, he's so funny. And yeah, so that's my story time of how I planned my baby and my delivery. And yes, so I'm gonna insert some pictures of when he was born and stuff like that, and pictures of him now, which I just showed him already. But yeah, I'm gonna just insert some stuff. So thank you guys for watching my video, and let me know if you guys want me to do more story times or whatever else you guys want to see. I'll be down to do it. I just need more ideas of like what videos. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on that little bell so you can be watching my videos, because my videos be popping sometimes. What the fuck? Okay, thank you guys.